Yes. So just before we start, we'll tell you a little about what we do. This is an initiative called Am Wiser, Knowledge by Experience, which is conceptualized for young adults, where industry experts, just like Anand Kothari today, speak to the young adults, as we call them, because they're not children anymore and they're not yet in the adult phase, and that's where they really are. And these sessions are to share knowledge, inspire them, and motivate them. So young adults, like a lot of y'all that I can see here, are overwhelmed by peer pressure. There's use of social media. There are so many topics that are so important today. So many career options that are available today, but the school syllabus probably teaches only a bit of it, and there's no exposure to that at a critical age. So that's what we seek to do, where we connect the two together. The platform is open for all. There are no registration requirements. There are no fees. It's purely being done because we are committed to working for the future generation. So today we have with us Anand Kothari. He's an archaeologist and an avid coin collector. He's specializes in ancient and Mughal era coins. He's completed his master's and in numismatics and archaeology from the Mumbai University. Mr. Kothari can decipher and read symbols and scripts on coins. He has been collecting coins for more than 2 decades and has a personal collection of more than 1,000 history-related coins. Um, he has assisted and guided college students in sourcing coins, journals, and publications. He's also been asked by the Indira Gandhi National Center for Arts, Ministry of Culture, New Delhi, to speak on how to retrieve information from coins to PhD students. He's also a guest lecturer on numismatics at the Mumbai University and has been invited by schools like the Aditya Birla World Academy, Bombay International School, Hill Spring International, and Sir Kawasji Jahangir High School. So he's a businessman by profession. He's also a district level badminton and tennis, table tennis player, but a passionate numismatist. So thank you so much, Anand, for joining us today, and we really look forward to your session.
Yeah. Thank you, Parveen. And I guess we should be starting any moment with your permission. Um, Thank you, Chandni, also for inviting me. Thank you, Parveen. So it was just I don't know where to start from. I like just the way you have introduced me. So thank you very much. Welcome everybody. So we start today's session. Today I'll be speaking on coins and the background around the coins, as well as historical moments captured by the coins, centuries, or I would say millenniums, from 600 BC till now.
You here because people are saying that they can't hear you. There are multiple messages.
Yeah.
So if we can just pause and see if we can fix the sound, because that's everybody's feedback on the chat.
Okay.
We'll just wait for a second. Just let's wait till we can get the sound quality better.
Okay. So I'll just.
So while Anand fixes that, if you all could tell us what is it that you all are really looking forward to, because I'm sure there's something that intrigued you all, and if you want to add that to the chat or would like to speak, because I know a lot of you all are have messaged me also about your passion for coins, your interest in this subject, and it would be great if, and we'd be happy to introduce you to Anand here and get to know him personally while Anand starts a session while he fixes his sound. So please feel free to talk to him till then. We do have with us even Chandni Savlani. Chandni, would you like to tell everybody about your new initiative?
Yes, sure. So I've just launched something specifically for young adults, and it is called, the name of the company is called Moonlight Accelerators. And the intention really is to hold space for young adults to really dive into what it is they're here to do and support them as they kind of take that leap. Because I think the world is really going through extraordinary times, and it really needs us to show up in a way that is extremely authentic and really, do what we're here to do, live true to our purpose and start young. That is my intention, and I'm super excited to work with young adults on this.
Congratulations. I'm sure it'll be exciting. So I think we just see if Anand is back, and then we can start session. Any of you all have old coins? I remember collecting them when I was young, probably sticking them in books, even tried to see whether any of them had value. But that was a long time ago. I can see Danya has said that I like to collect coins. Yes, that's wonderful. Danya, do you want to share that about you? I can see Gianna said that she likes to collect coins. Would you like to talk about it?
I have a few olden coins of the 50 paise and the 25 paise. I also have the Japanese coins, like the modern Japanese coins, the yens, and I also have I have the dirham of Dubai and many places around.
Okay, that's interesting. And do you remember a time? I remember when I was very young, we had coins which were 1 paise and 5 paise. And of course, they don't exist now. There used to be coins in different shapes. I mean, literally rectangular. I remember some coins being of that shape, which was pretty intriguing, unlike the round ones that we have today. And I remember taking my own children when they were young. In Mumbai, there is the Monetary Museum. I'm not sure whether you all are aware of this. This is at Fort, which is just near the Reserve Bank of India. If you all do manage to go there, it's a really beautiful museum where it shows you everything about the money, right from the barter system to the current day coins. There's a lot of interactive computers that you can use and get information, see the old notes or how they were printed. It's a pretty interesting museum if you have interest in it or would like to take your children. The Monetary Museum in Mumbai is a place that I'd recommend that you do visit. You just check Anand.
Okay, I'm on the other. I'm audible.
But it's just that echo you need to take off.
Okay, so now is it okay?
Excellent. Go ahead.
Good.
Audio is fine, okay?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry for the glitch. I'm sharing my screen right now. Okay.
You just need to press the share screen button now.
Yeah. Okay. And share screen. Host disabled party. Just add me. Allow me to host. Share my screen.
Sure, that's there.
You need to enable the share screen option for the participant.
Yes, got it. It's done. Go ahead, Anand. Are you able to share now?
Yeah.
Yes, we can see your screen. Go ahead.
Okay. So thank you again and welcoming me on this. Today I'll be speaking more of the details which coins give us. So here I put it up as curious case of coins and
a small travel from the initial stages of what coins meant or what were they until the latest up to British India. I'll be taking up coins which have some historical importances with it. So let's start. Basically, coin word was given very lately. Commodities were used as coins, and it starts somewhere. You get the references in the Indus Valley civilizations where grains were used as commodity and a medium of exchange. The archaeological evidences show us that grains were actually used because of the huge granaries, having in almost all the areas, all the houses having them, and right up from what do you say, from Mohenjo-daro, Harappa to Dholavira in Gujarat. So when that era got over, the grains also probably stopped being used as commodity. Either when you come to the Vedic period, you have cows taking over as a commodity or a medium of exchange, where there are references where cow and cow products are used as commodities for trade. Words like ruperi, soneri, rajat were used in the Vedic period, where somewhere you get the reference ke, okay, fine, metal pieces or jewelry or coins were somewhat starting being used in this Vedic period, which is after the Indus Valley and between 600 BC. That's where the PMC is coming. We call it PMC, the punch mark coins, because these coins have marks on them, and they are probably the unique coins in the world where the marks define which area they came from or which particular ruler issued those coins. What basically is a coin? So you put it as it's basically a coin is a piece of metal with a fixed weight, particular metal or a metallic purity with a stamp of approval from a king. I'll talk about king, and later we have governments. So it's basically put it in such a way that whoever uses it, he has a very authentic piece in his hand. So the topics today I'll be covering will be the basic knowledge of what is, when you see a coin, when you get a coin in your hand, what is to be done with it. And the place of discovery, how important it is for the coin to be, deciphered, to know the place from where it comes from. A few coin images and the stories behind them. And the correlation of numismatics and archaeology, they go hand in hand with that. And I will be speaking also on that also. So when you find a coin, the first thing when you find a coin, when you are excavating on on a site or at a place or in your drawers, you just come out with a very old coin and you're like, okay, fine, this is a coin which is should be 1,000 years old or 2,000 years old. So before you fall into all that trap, first find out what is the script of the coin. You get Greek coins which have you see those numbers here, you have Roman numbers there. So you somewhere come into the phrase, you start thinking, okay, it is a Greek coin. Now let's go with it. What it is a Greek coin, and then you take up a wing where you start looking for these kind of numbers on the coins. With the Brahmi numbers, when you see the slanting lines, those are the Brahmi numbers. If you have a, especially in this period, we find Urdu coins or Urdu script coins or some Farsi written on it. You cannot read it, but when you look for numbers, on the coins, you come to know, okay, in this particular area or this particular period, this coin belongs to, rather than putting it in any, you look on the internet and you get lost, where how this coin came for, okay, fine, this is an Akbar coin, it may end up being some of the other king's coin. When it comes to Devanagari, again, you see the proper simple Hindi is there. So you have those numbers on the coins, you can actually put the coin or date the coin and start looking for information. If you want to start looking if you have the dates on the coins. Basically, the dates look something like this. On the British India rupee, you can see the rupee here, and then you have the date of 1939. So this, what you come to know, okay, fine, okay, this is a British India coin, and this is the date is 1939. When you go to the down below the gold coin that you there, then highlighted that year 983. Can you see it on the golden coin? So the year is 1983, which is a Hijri year, a calendar we used by the Islamic dynasty started this calendar after Prophet Muhammad's death. So those dates of those calendars, those calendar dates are there on the coins. So somewhere you get the idea that, okay, this coin belongs to that particular period. Now you see the right hand side coin on the screen. This is a very interesting coin. This is from British India or East India Company, which has two dates on the coins. One is the date, the Hijri date, which the Mughals used to use. That date is there. On the other side, you see 2:22 written in red. That is the year of the king which was ruling.
Anand, I'll pause here. Are you showing a particular slide? Because we're still able to see only the curious case of coins first slide. But
Okay.
I'm talking of another slide.
Now?
No, maybe you need to unshare and share again because we're still...
I'll do that. I'll do that. Okay. Stop share. And okay.
Yes, this is showing topics, basic knowledge. Is that the screen that you're trying to share?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. And can you see the basic knowledge of script?
No, now that's the next slide. We're still on slide 4.
No, this is on slide 5. Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, you'll need to shift that then.
Can you see slide 5 now?
No.
Okay.
Yes, we're on slide 6 now.
Slide 6.
Which is dates.
Okay.
Yes, this is dates.
Okay. So shall I continue with the dates then?
Oh, no problem.
Okay. So here, basically, all the coins will have the dates, and you find out the script in the you can see in the British India George VI King Emperor, and on the other side you have 1 rupee India 1939, which you will place it. Okay, fine. This coin belongs to 1939. Then you have the gold mohor of Mughal Emperor Akbar, which has the date 983. And then on the right hand side, you have the bronze coins of East India Company with 2 dates on them of belonging to Shah Alam. They got the permission from him. So that's where his king's name is also there on the coins. So when you find a coin, this looks something like this. Okay, am I on slide 7?
Yes, go ahead. Yeah.
Slide 7.
It is showing Gandhar Bentpar. Yes.
Okay, so when you find a coin, it's generally in this state. When you're during excavations or shown by somebody, little bit of cleaning is required to get the details of the coin. Now you did not have to clean the coin in such a way that it looks like a new brand. The perfect way or a smallest enough to get the details out, it should look something like this. So if you have a coin, you need not take the coin, take a brush and start brushing it. No, don't do that. You have an old coin, take it, maybe wipe it with a cloth, and you just stay away from it until you get details enough to show you the punches. Now, in this punches, in the first, you definitely don't know what it looks like, but when it is cleaned little bit, you get all the details. Okay, fine. This coin belongs to the Panchmarks era. It belongs to Ayodhya. In that area, and it's a 600 BC coin. Don't. If you find a coin, don't try to clean it on yourself. Never clean a coin. Just clean it enough to show you the details. Okay, I'll come to the mint, how the coins were minted and how it actually looked like when you go to the mint to, exchange your coins or take new coins from the market or from the mint. Now, mint was needed to, when a king used to be declared, so somebody had to declare who the king was. I mean, a brother or a father or somebody has died, and now this new person is the king, especially when it came to the Mughal era. So people used to take their coins to the mint, and then used to strike the coins which were issued in the name of the new king. Now there were 2 ways to find out how the new king or who the new king is. In the Mughal era, the 2 ways were either it was the Friday namaz, we call it the khutbah, where the Imam used to declare, okay, this person is now the new king, and the new king has issued coins in his name. So may it be Akbar, may it be Jahangir, whoever was the new king at that time, the Imam declared his name at the Friday prayers. When all the all the people who used to come for the Friday prayers, they came for the namaz. They came to know, okay, fine. This new king has come, and now new coins will be issued by his name. So either people took their coins to the mint, and they got it exchanged and got it restriked for the new king. So this is basically how it looked like when the artist's impression of how coins used to look like, or how the coins were to be exchanged. There you see on the top, the person near the window changing his coins with the outside people, the person inside weighing whether the coin was good enough to be, authentic as per the weight. You see the person down there striking new coins, or counter striking the old ones with the new king's name, and then people taking it back to their places. New coins generally look like something like this. This is a Mughal era Leo coin. It was a forbidden coin for some time, or maybe for a very long time, but it looked something like this when the Mughal era coins came into the picture. Now I'll move on to why. Let's start with Indian history. Now, basic Indian history started from 600 BC. Now, 600 BC, we talk about 600 BC is because everything written is up to till date. This date. This is where Gautam Buddha is in the picture. Lord Mahavir is there in the picture. So the Buddhist script speaks about 16 Mahajanpadas of India. Before that, there is not much available to us in writing. Maybe somebody has it went from one mouth to mouth, but here in 600 BC we have everything in writing. Where in the Buddhist script it is written that there are 16 Mahajanpadas who were in north of India, and these were the Janpadas, and the names are given. Now the good thing about the names is like you can see these names in the Mahabharata also. So here you have coins with particular or different kind of symbols or from different kind of places. So here you have coins of Magadh which has on 4 or 5 symbols on them, which proved it okay, as a big chunk was found from this area, and later it went on to become the Mughal, the Magadh Empire in the 400 BC. This kind of this kind of series were basically found from Magadh area. So we call them the Magadh Panchma coins. Then there were coins found from Gandharva, where you have reference of Gandharva in the Mahabharata as Duryodhan's mother Gandhari was from Gandhar Naresh, Shakuni. So that name still existed in the 600 BC. Then we have Panchal, the Panchali, who was from that place. You have Kuru Raj. He was parts of, he supported the Pandavas in the war. So these kind of places were there even 600 BC. Now, we don't know exactly the date of the Mahabharata or what do I put it, but these names were there, and these names were again there in 600 BC in the Buddhist script. One of the important names being this of Anga Naresh. You see, Duryodhan had declared Karna as king of Anga. Before he was, when he was not allowed to challenge Arjun. So he said, I'll declare this guy Karna as king of Ang, and then he can challenge Arjun. So you have coins of Ang also with a peculiar, down you see the, the boat mark also on the coins, which again related to being on the river front. Now you have the Ganges here, the Ganga here, and all the tributaries, distributing themselves out. So this was absolutely in geographically inclined to being the coins of this area. Next, when I come into this was a very important what do you say, coin for Indians. James Prinsep deciphered Brahmi in 1837. Now he was the mint master at the Calcutta Museum, or the Calcutta Mint actually, and he was asked, he was given the task, or he thought of deciphering whatever language the Brahmi script. He was after it, and he used to get loads and loads of these copper coins, especially from the northern frontier. I mean, this way, Punjab, Kabul, that area. Now, in that area, one king or two kings, Agathocles and Pantaleon, these two people issued coins with Greek on one side and Brahmi on the other side. So the coins issued by him were more like a Rosetta coin for Rosetta Stone for us, because we British had no idea that there was a civilization before the Mughals who lived in India, and they had their own script. They knew Indus Valley civilization was there, but now they were finding coins which having a script on them which nobody knew. It took them some years to find out, to get to hold of this. They had loads and loads of inscriptions on the walls, on the caves, the Sanchi Stupa, and everywhere they had those things. But to decipher them, to know what is written, they had nobody. For a good 800 to 900 years, Persian script was there, but nobody knew anything about Brahmi. The moment Brahmi was deciphered, people started coming to know, okay, fine, we had some different kind of religion before Islam took over. And that's where those old books, we started to know about Ashoka and his empire, the Magad Empire, later in the, so I'll be speaking about Samudragupta also, the Gupta Empire. That's where we actually started to, okay, fine, before the Mughals, there was a dynasty, few years which they ruled. And that's where I would like to thank, the British. Okay, fine. Because of you guys, we actually started to know much of our history. So these were the coins which these two particular kings issued coins with, Brahmi on the one side, on Greek on the other side. And I better picture for it. I just look for, okay, here you see, the Greek here, Greek script here down, and then you have the Brahmi script. It's a small coin. It's almost 1 inch by, maybe it's a square 1 inch by 1 inch coin. Moving forward, okay, this coin is again very, very important when it came to the Indian history. Probably the first coin with 3 scripts on it. This was the first trilingual coin of India. So probably in the world, this is the first trilingual coin. We have Greek on one side of this with the head, and this kind of using the head technology or the idea came from the Romans. And on the other side, you have Brahmi as well as Kharoshti both. Brahmi went from right to left, and Kharoshti went from left to right. So all 3 scripts were there on this coin. Now, this coin is important for 3 reasons. First, it came from, it was a new technology where a head was used, or a new type where a head was used, coming out of from the Panchmark coins, where just symbols used to define the king. Here we have the king and his name on the coin. Second, it showed us how much area it covered, right from Pakistan, maybe Kabul, up to down Gujarat, up to down Goa. These coins could have been, a part of India also, Mumbai also. So that whole area was covered, where if you have a coin, suppose from the northern frontier of maybe Kabul, somebody knows Greek, so he had Greek written on it. Then you have Brahmi somewhere central, somewhere in the central part of Rajasthan, you have Brahmi script coming in, or from the Kashmir on the right, maybe near Ladakh, where Kharoshti was used or extensively, those coins were used there. Brahmi again down in Maharashtra, it was used by Satavahana kings. So this coin had all those things which were, good enough to be carried all around the place. Mahapana king, whose picture is there, he was a constant fight with, a very regional or a territorial king or the dynasty, which we call it the Satavahana dynasty. Now, the Satavahana dynasty, finally, the king, the Satkarni won against him and took keep the continuity on. I need not, when a king wins over the other king, generally the king, melts his old coins and mints new coins for himself. Okay, fine, now I'm the new king, so new head and the new names and everything comes up. But something different happened in this case. Instead of minting new coins, the Satavahana king actually restruck his symbols on the coins of the old king. In numismatic world, we call it the numismatic continuity. Numismatic continuity, where the king or the people who are actually using the coins were like, okay, fine, if this head is not there, it's okay. This metal, the fabric, the feel, everything looks very similar to the old coin. So we are okay with it. It need not matter whatever symbols are there on the coin. It is a pure silver coin with the old king, which I have faith in. So the coins is continued with another symbol on it. Again, very much accepted, and it went on for a very long time. This was a good way of one king taking over the other king, and then subsequently things, you get the new king got enough time to melt the coins and mint his own coins later on during his reign of rule. Okay, this is a very important coin and a very fantastically detailed coin. It belongs to Samudragupta, and this is the Gupta era gold coins. This is probably the second dynasty which issued gold coins on a large scale. First was the Kushans, and second is these. The Kushans are particularly the king and the god and deity, those relations, the king and the deity relations were there on one side and on the other side. But here with the Guptas, coins were there of religious practices also. Now, one of the coins of them is this of the Ashwamedh, ritual. In this ritual, a horse is, paraded or taken to the neighboring kingdoms, and that is declared, if you want to be at war with us, or if you don't accept our authority over you, we attack, or you hold the horse and we attack, or we go at war. If not, you allow the horse to roam around yourself in your kingdom, and if it comes back safely to me, then your kingdom belongs to me, or the revenue generated from that area belongs to me. So generally, the horses were paraded around. You can have references of this kind of practices in the Mahabharata, or in the Mahabharata we have, then in the Ramayana also we have, where Love Kush actually hold the horse of Ram and then they go for war. You have references of what do you say, in this Vedic period, Allah, where Indra actually enters the horse when the horse is sacrificed. Loads and loads of references there. So the story goes, or the what do you say, the sacrifice or the ritual is such that when the horse is brought back, or when the horse comes unchallenged back to the king, the queen actually sacrifices the horse. See, on the other side, you have the queen with we call it the chori, or it's a huge knife, but later it is just given a small knife to cut the animal open. This ritual is finally finished when the horse is sacrificed, then the distribution of all the gifts and everything is done, and everything happens on. I think we have kids here also in the audience, so I would not go more into details, but they wind up there where the queen is given the spoon to have a drop of blood from the horse which is sacrificed, and then the procedure ends there. A similar thing can be seen, or for fantasy it has been lifted, or I wouldn't say lifted, or the same idea can be seen in Game of Thrones in season 1, I think 5th or the 6th episode, where the Khaleesi is asked to eat the heart of the horse. A similar scene is there in that. So somewhere some relations are somewhere generated by even the West something this used to happen there. Maybe somebody has given some references few years back. But the best part is rituals were actually shown on the coin with complete detail. If you read the old scripts, you have the horse standing to the pole, then this the way it was decorated, the complete horse was decorated. Here you have little details of it, but it was a white stallion, they used to say, with a flag over the top and everything. Then you have the queen fully dressed with this all, the clothing can be seen, the jewelry can be seen on the queen wearing the jewelry. Complete detail on this 1.5 inch coin. It was fantastic with the Brahmi script reading as Ashwamedha Parikramaha, means the uh, ritual of Ashwamedh has happened, and these coins are distributed for that purpose by Samudragupta. Later on, when the Samudragupta, those, they definitely the empire had to end somewhere or the other. Then this particular coin came into the existence. Again, Hindu Shahis of Kabul and Ohin. The reason I have taken this coin as, to speak on, this coin stayed for a very long period, maybe close to 500 years, irrespective of who the king was or the ruler was in that area. This coin remained in circulation for close to 500 years with different kings coming, going, everything there. And 500 years, I would put it, because this coin was hit on the Silk Route, the Silk Road between China, which touched Europe. So this coin was extensively used on the Silk Route with Sharda script on it, and people accepted it with the purity in other cases with whatever came with it. Accepted, for taxes which were being asked to pay, accepted for all the exchange or the trade to happen. Seeing the horse and the bull, why these two people are there on the coins, nobody knows. But if these two people are, these two things are there on the coin, then the coin is accepted. Later it downgraded to up to copper, but for silver, it was the coin to have during that period. Later on, when what do you say, the Delhi Sultanate came to power, Razia Sultana, then Prithviraj Chauhan, those people, even they issued coins with horse and bull on them, with their name, their scripts. Right now, you have the Sharda script on the or the Devanagari script on the coin, but later they were replaced by Persian scripts, on Urdu, which we call it in a very simple language. But later we got those things back. When the Mughals came to power, especially Jahangir and Akbar, those two people issued Mughal coins with different varieties. This particular coin which I have taken right now belongs to Jahangir. Now in Tuzuke Jahangir writes. Now the best part about Mughals was like they had people who write their autobiography. You had Abu Faisal doing for Akbar, but in this you had Jahangir writing for him. He himself used to write for it, and he has written in his book Tuzuke Jahangir that how his father looked. He writes, my father was plump, he was fair, he had long legs, he had long hands, and he had a big mole on his nose, which was as big as a chickpea, and he minted coins for that. You have a coin which with Akbar on the the face, and here on the nose. If you can see my cursor, I mean, I can show you the nose. I can see the chickpea here. Can you? I mean, I need some reaction if you all can see it. Okay, thank you. Here you have the coin with a proper nose and a chickpea big mole on his face. So, and he writes, I have minted these coins in the very first year of my rule. The script also says about the coin being issued in the very first year of his reign, whereby authenticating his book. This numismatist thing is like, okay, fine, I write something in the book. If I don't find it, then okay, we kuch bhi fek diya, kuch bhi bol diya. No, वैसा नहीं है. What he has written in the book is actually seen on the coin. So that somewhere, okay, fine, other things also written on the book, which I cannot find, could still be there somewhere. But okay, few things which he has written is there, few things which is not written is not there, but it may be somewhere there. As I have found evidence of things, what he has written is there. Here you see the lion also. Again, Islam doesn't allow use of pictures and scripts, pictures and animals. I would put it. Whatever you want to do, you do it with script, but no pictures, no idols, nothing on you have to use anyway. Jahangir broke that rule. He issued coins called the zodiac coins, which were later, he issued with, okay, fine. In the 13th year of his reign, he said, okay, I will issue coins. It just struck me, okay, I can issue coins with animals on them. So you have zodiac coins with all the zodiac symbols on them, all the 12 zodiac symbols, different coins with all the zodiac symbols, with the in line with the month they were issued with. And it was kind of a defy to all the clerics who were there at all the religious people who were there at the court. When Aurangzeb came to power, when Shah Jahan came to power, his son said, this is un-Islamic, I'm not accepting this. So all the zodiac coins were melted down with the royal farman, whoever had those coins, his hands will be chopped off. So all the gold coins and silver coins of Jahangir were melted down. When Shah Jahan, Aurangzeb came to power after Shah Jahan, he said, whoever had the coins, his hand will be chopped off. Whoever stored these coins, or you find it in your house, his head will be chopped off. So whatever little coins who had, somebody who had stored them, even those got melted. Again, when it comes to these coins are very rare coins, very difficult to find them. With all the details on them, very difficult. If you are searching for some coins which there's some valuable of it, these are one of those coins which you should be looking for. Next, I come to this British India pig rupee. There's a very funny story behind this, and the story goes, King George was coronated in December 1910, and the engraver was given the picture of his coronation, and on the coronation coat he had jewelry with an elephant on it. So when the engraver coined the whole coin and gave it to the mint, the whole die, and he gave it to the mint to strike coins, the coin looked something like this. When it was given to the Indian public, okay, fine, now the new king is in place, and these are his coins. The new George V is the new king, and these are his coins. When the Indian public took the coins in his hands, they said, okay, the elephant doesn't look like an elephant. The elephant looks like a pig. You can see the details here. The elephant actually should be looking in the later years when they reissued the coins. It looks something like this, but it looked like a pig. And they said, we are not using these coins. The British were very well aware of this. When it comes to religious sentiments, Indian people go nuts. They had seen the 1857 revolt. The mutiny happened. It took a spark off because the soldiers refused to use guns, or the soldiers refused to use cartridges which were dipped in pig fat and cow fat. That trigger, they knew if something like this happens again, that time East India Company lost whatever it had to lose at. If something like this happened again during the British Empire, it will be tough. So let's just withdraw the coins back from the circulation and then reissue new coins. I don't know, headache chahiye nahi mere ko. So that's how the whole, British taking Indians also seriously was, shown on the coins. Okay, fine, these coins you're not accepting, we recall the coins back and issue new coins. No harm done to anybody. There's a very these few years are very particularly difficult to find with British India collectors. When 1911 is there, especially the half rupee, very difficult to find. Now, this coins and archaeology go hand in hand. Numismatists and archaeologists have to go hand in hand, because when you excavate something, you definitely find coins. And once you find a coin, consider yourself to be lucky, because you can date the site now. I just go to a place, I find a coin, and if I can't read the coin, or if I, for some reason I'm able to read the coin. Okay, the coin says this particular year, so I know, okay, this area was there in the 16th century or 17th century or whatever century it belongs to. But finding a coin in that area definitely gives me the date where this area belongs to that period, or now I should be looking at that angle. Here you have a plaque of found on Barhut hat MP. This huge stupa was there, and it was on the boundary wall. this. This is a story about. It speaks about a story of a merchant called Anand Pindika. Now, Anand Pindika was near, Rajgir, or he was a banker, and his son-in-law asked him to come and listen to Buddha once. So he said, okay, fine, I'll just come. So he traveled from his native place to Rajgir to listen to Buddha, around 30 kilometers away from where he was. Savitha, Savithi place was there. So he traveled that way and he listened to him. He was like, man, this was something which I have not heard before, and I would request Buddha to come and preach at my place also. So Buddha said, okay, fine, I'll come and speak to you near you, or I'll come and speak to your place and speak. I'll come to your place and speak. So he said, okay, fine, but before you come, I need to make some arrangements. So let's keep it after 10 days, okay, maybe some time frame. So he comes back to his native place, Anand Pandita, and he's looking for a place where he can host Buddha. He knew with Buddha, there will be people coming in, maybe thousands of them will be coming. He needs to find a place where he could actually lodge everybody. That's where he started looking for place. And in his native place, he found a big garden, beautiful, nicely decorated. And he's like, okay, fine. This is the place I need to go, and I need to find out who this place is, and I need to buy it from him if he's not ready to, rent it out for some time. So on inquiry, he finds out it belongs to the prince called Jetwa. So that place was called Jetwahan, and the owner was Prince Jetha. So he goes to the prince and tells him, Prince, I would like to have this place for Buddha, and I request you to give me this place. So the Jetha says, no, I would not give you this place. Maybe I'll give you the place only if you cover it with coins. Now these coins were called karshapanas. It's a 3.5 gram silver, or maybe 3.2 grams silver, small. It's not bigger than the fingernail. The coin size is not bigger than the fingernail size. So if you cover the whole ground with this, maybe then I will give it you this place. So Jetwana said, okay, done. I'll cover the place with coins and you have to give it to me. He brings cartloads and cartloads of coins to the place and starts placing them on the coins. Now you can see people, placing coins, or those square shaped coins when you see, which are sort of Magad in the earlier slides. He started placing them on the ground and started covering ground with whatever ground. The prince was now getting, hyper. Okay, fine. This person has actually started doing it. But he said, okay, kitna karega, kitna karega. And he started placing until the whole ground was covered. And then when he said, okay, fine, when Anand Pandika went to the prince and said, okay, prince, I take the place. The prince absolutely refused. He's like, okay, fine, I will not give you this place. He was stunned. He's like, something has to be done. So, okay, fine, I'll speak to the king. And they both go to the king and they tell him, since if you have agreed to give him the place, if he covers the place with coins, you have to give him the place. The prince actually feels ashamed when this was not done. So he requests Anand Pandika to allow me to build a gateway door for him, a welcome door for him. So in the plaque you can see there are 2 doors actually, and that's where we also when we invite अपन घर में भी तोरण बांधते हैं कि okay fine, we welcome. So we have darwaza or the gates made. So this practice goes very long of inviting people, making a gate for them, and when you invite, you have them for Ganpatis also. You make a big gate, and then you have Ganpati coming in and going out. This gate act goes primitive, where you invite people and you make a gate for them. A similar folklore story is actually there at Mount Abu also, when you have the Bhilwara temples. Lakhanpal, Vistupal and Tejpal, 2 brothers are there, and they want to build a temple for the 22nd Tirthankara Nemina, and they are looking for place near that at Mount Abu. And then they come to know that this particular place belongs. They finalize a place, and this particular place belongs to a pandit. So they go to the pandit and tell him, "We would like to, buy this place." The pandit says, "Cover the place with gold coins, and you can have that much place." Again, both the brothers being, at the ministry, they were at the in the ministry of the king at that time. They started, bringing cartloads of gold coins, and started placing them on the ground. Now, after the amount of ground which they wanted, when they had placed all the coins across the ground, across the whole garden, they called the Tejpal and Vistupal, and they asked him, since the payment is done, we need to, take the place. They said, no, start picking the coins up again. I don't want this. So the Pandit asked him what happened. So he said, okay, if I place 4 coins on the ground, then there is some space in between those 4 coins. Looks like a diamond. And if you place 4 round coins, then in the center you have some free space. So I don't want that free space also. I want to pay for that place also. So I'm taking the coins back. I will melt them, make them in square bars, and then I will place and then buy the coins, buy the place. The Pandit is very much moved. He said, okay, I'm sorry for asking you to be so for my, what do you say, or an unfair deal. I request you to please go ahead with the round coins and allow us to make a small temple for ourselves also. So in the Bhilwara premises, you have a small Shiva temple also there, which later the artisans who used to be there started coming and visiting there. So this plaques which are there is actually an archaeological evidence of things which were happening or stories which were happening during the Buddha times. The coins which are showed on the floor are still in existence, called Karshapanas. They were called Karshapanas, and denominations are there. And in the plaque also it says 100 kotis, 100 crore Karshapanas were placed on the ground to have that. So the numbers, the 1 koti or 100 kotis, 100 koti, so 100, the word is there 2600 years back. Koti, crore, the word is there. So those high denominations valuation transactions were happening in 600 BC is actually true, and you can see that on the plaques itself. So archaeology as well as numismatics, again, they both need each other badly to go ahead with whatever confirmation they need to establish a fact that something like this has happened before. This is where I end my lecture. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you for listening to me.
Thank you so much, Anand. That was really informative. I think one session's not enough to get a download of so much of knowledge. I'm sure everybody had a fantastic time. In fact, on YouTube, somebody's already put a question for you, wanting to know what is the value of these coins approximately now in 2020.
Depends on which coin you have. If you have the gold mohor, which I showed you with the Akbar on it, it's close to the last one which was sold was around close to 4 crores. And when it comes to punchmark coins, since there is no account for it, there are chances that you might get tons in a place. So they somewhere go to around, at silver rate of around kgs.
Okay.
So it depends on how historical the coin value is to how common the coin value is.
Sure. Would any of you have any questions? Either you can ask directly or you can put it in the chat. And I'm sure Anand would be happy to answer that for you. Chandni, any questions that you have? I think she's still on mute. So Anand, what is the script on it? Is somebody's put that? And how do we start building our collection?
The scripts are actually varied from, you've got Brahmi script in the 1st century AD, from BC to around 5th century AD. So you've got good 600, 700 years of Brahmi script. Before that, it was the Panchmarks, then the Brahmi script, then the Persian script for good 800 years, 800, 900 years. After that, you have English and the different languages coming up with the British India. So phases are there of who ruled at which area and what time. You have the Assam and the Oham coins using another, again the Devanagari script, but in the time frame of Mughals ruling part of India, and those people using being on the north east of India. Okay, how do you start building your collection? I would request, if you are starting building your collection, just stick to a particular time frame or a timeline which you are interested. If you want to go into ancient India, so it starts from 600 BC, goes up to 2nd BC, Kushan, second BC up to Kushan's when this is starting. So that's a good 600 years you get, 400 to 600 years you get to collect all coins with just symbols on them. You can have a very fantastic collection of having those kind of coins with having silver and copper. Couple of coins will be expensive, but around the year it will be good fun to enjoy those coins. I have them in your collection. Or if you want to go for Mughals, then you stick to just one particular king of maybe Akbar or Jahangir and collect all the varieties that he has issued as coins. You can go with British India, right from 2 annas or half anna to double mohor, irrespective of what you feel like collecting or whatever budget you have.
Okay, and what material is used in all these different coins that you showed us?
Different, yeah. Materials basically it was all silver because people accepted silver easily, and since it was punched and authenticated, so for a very long time, silver has always been there as a regular mode of currency or metal used in coins. Later, during the 1st century AD to 5th century AD, this 400-500 years, lead was also used as currency because lead was not easily available. It was supposed to be imported, but being very what do you say? What can I say with coming with lead? This was also used to arrows also, maybe for things being arsenic or something like that. But for some time, even lead was used as a material in coins. You had different kinds of mixture of metals also called potheen, when copper was mixed, iron was mixed, some other maybe metal was mixed to get lead, was mixed to get different kind of metal in there. But yes, gold always top of the list, second silver, then you have variety of metals coming into it.
I have one question. I think having studied like coins is having studied the history of money so deeply. Do you have any thoughts on the future of the money and this medium of exchange and what money could transmute into?
When it comes to metallic money, that's the reason I can coins as metallic money. This will always stay. The only reason being accepted everywhere easily. You with the age of cryptocurrency, with the age of plastic money, the age of e-wallets here, people still want to have that security of having something valuable in their hand. If you have a silver coin or a silver, ingot or a gold coin or a gold ingot, it's still valuable, which can be encashed anywhere. Electronic, okay, I have some digital money in my wallet, but if my phone is dead, I cannot do anything. Definitely, the future is towards cryptocurrency and electronic exchange or electronic money, but coins and notes are here to stay. They have, survived a good 2,600 years, and they will survive in the future also.
Sure. No, Chandni, any more questions?
Nothing else from me. Thanks.
Great. Maria has a question saying, if rulers' coins were dejected by the successor king, then what would a layman do with them?
He used to take it back to the mint, get it melted, and get the same valued or same weight of coins back. Now, in those days, the intrinsic value of the coin was more important. The silver coin was given of a particular weight, and they used to get the stamp of the new king on it and get it back. Nothing, no demonetization, no charges, nothing. Whatever little charges the mint used to take was there, but that's it. Nothing like that before happened. Okay, when the new king is in power, so you lose your currency or you lose your valuables. No, nothing like that.
Okay, thank you. That's really helpful. I have some people who've sent me pictures of some of their coins and they want you to take a look at it, which I will send it to you separately. So we get back to you on it. But thank you so much, Anand, for this wonderful session. And I do repeat at the cost of repetition, this one session, frankly, was not enough. And we definitely look forward to another one because there is so much of history in each of these coins, each of these eras. There's so much of history to be learned through it. And we thank you so much for taking at least the main important ones to try so that we understand a little bit about it. Chandni, any last words from you?
No, it's just super interesting. I think we don't we take our history for granted sometimes, and it's just so interesting to open our eyes to the past. So thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Thank you all for watching and staying on to the end. We'll see you next week. Do visit Amwiser. You can reach out to me, have a Facebook page, and you can get information of all our other sessions coming up there. Thank you all. Have a lovely weekend.